I have with me a replica of John's favorite item in any Zelda game ever. The Phantom Hourglass.
Yep.
I know it's tiny. I know it's small. Because technically it came with a figure. And it was just like a little thing designed to sit right next to the figure. But this is John's favorite Zelda item ever.
You're going to shove my fist straight up your nose.
I'll just put this in your pocket for you. For safekeeping.
Okay.
Because I know how much you love it. I know how much you love Legend of Zelda Phantom Hourglass. I almost said Fire Emblem like 16 times there. But I know how much you love The Legend of Zelda Phantom Hourglass.
Yep.
And that it's so much your favorite Zelda game that if you could choose between playing it and any Zelda game, you'd choose it. In fact, I have you on record as saying that you hate Majora's Mask because Phantom Hourglass is so good.
No, you don't.
Are you sure I don't have that?
If you do, it's a bunch of cut up, blocky pieces of audio.
So you have never said those words?
I have never said those words in that order.
What words haven't you said?
Those words.
Damn it.
I'm a lot of things. I may be in mind-numbing pain, but that doesn't mean I'm stupid.
I'm not gonna fucking search for all that shit. I'm not gonna search that far for that audio. For the I Kidnapped Children's, at least they were all right next to each other. So I didn't have to search.
Does it ruin the joke that you're explaining how you're gonna put together the joke?
No. I'm explaining that I'm not gonna do it this time. Because it would be too much effort to seek out each of those individual audio pieces. But yeah, that did come with a figure. And while you're giving her random fucking jewelry for no goddamn reason...
She wants 20 of the same goddamn pendant. I don't know why.
Maybe she's making a collage?
She's like, I only want one, dearie, but I'd love to have 20 more. Why?
I'll take precisely 20 of them because it's my lucky number, even though that brings my total to 21.
There we go. That's what I need.
And then she gives you a house.
She does.
But figure.
Don't tell anyone that I got you this, even though it was a fair transaction. To me.
Figure.
So small.
Hourglass sits right here.
Didn't you get that from Kmart?
No. This one was a gift. And it fell off its pedestal because it's not supposed to be picked up.
Good work.
But it's specifically linked from Hourglass because he doesn't have the Master Sword. He has the really shitty one. I have a small collection of cool figures. And I like all of them. They're all really nice figures.
I hope so. I collected them for a reason.
Yeah.
I have a bunch of Mewtwo's.
I have 2 Mewtwo's, one of which was actually a Burger King exclusive that I got when I was a child, and I still have it. It came with a Mewtwo trading card that I don't still have.
I'm sorry.
But that's just because it's physically too hard to keep that type of shit. So you're going to get this Triforce chart?
Yep, I'm going for the chart next.
Right. I got you a bunch of One Piece figures that are really cool.
They are awesome. They're crack-a-lackin', yo.
I like figures.
Can't remember what the ghost chart is.
There's something about just being able to sit a figure up and just be able to enjoy it being there.
Its existence.
Even if you don't fucking play with most figures nowadays. Most figures that you get are just posable so that way you can set them up and then you do what the fuck you want with them. Have you seen the figures that the Pokemon Center has?
Mm-mm. They
have 2 that I want so bad. They're specifically called Nendoroid figures because that's the company that makes them. And they have swappable faceplates. And they're very detailed. And there's one for Cynthia, my favorite champion in any of the games ever. And N.
Why is Cynthia your favorite? Just out of curiosity.
I love the fact that... Okay, so in most of the games, you run into the champion or whatever, and their team is usually weirdly set. Blue, his team is based off of whatever will counter yours the best. Kinda. based on whatever will counter your starter the best, kind of, to create a well-balanced team, which means that it's variable. Okay, that just happened.
Yep. But on to why you like Cynthia.
And then you run into Generation 2, in which it's Lance, who only uses dragon types. And it's 3 of the same dragon, because there weren't that many dragons.
What? Not that. I know that.
Oh. I was like, what? What do you mean? And then in the third game, it's either Wallace or Steven.
Yep.
Wallace uses all water type, and Steven uses all steel type.
Right, so the 8th... That's a thing I always found awkward, is that in the 8th generation...
8th generation?
Sorry.
The 3rd generation, for the Emerald set, it's the 8th gym and the champion are the same type.
Right. Which, to me, was always super awkward.
Yeah. And, but Cynthia is the first champion to have her team not themed and not based on yours. Which makes her team inherently interesting. Plus, her team all has perfect IVs.
I did not know that.
Yeah, and it's actually like a metagame possible team.
Oh, come on!
You've hit that one like twice now.
I hate it. Like, I hit it, and then it says, no, you didn't. Like, Because you need to get it all in one go, or it doesn't count. I think. So I think there's one time I had to... Yep, there it is. I must have missed one.
Maybe they're on a time limit.
No.
But her team also... It's all very unique ones. I know, off the top of my head, I know she has Garchomp and Spiritomb. Her team feels like a team you would go through the game with, actually. As compared to the others, which... Lance is 3 of the same fucking Pokemon on the team. Let's be fair here. That's not engaging for a player to play with. Then you have Wallace, who has... all fucking water types. Or Steven, who has all fucking steel types. It's not engaging for the player to do, unless you're doing some sort of a challenge run. And then you have Blue, whose team depends on his starter, which changes based on your starter.
Right.
Which I understand. Mechanically, that works, but it just makes him feel very much so like he's not his own character. As a character, he only exists in relation to you, whereas Cynthia feels like her own character. I want to look up her entire team, because I know off the top of my head Garchomp and Spiritomb. But I know she has a lot of really cool Pokemon, and then when you get a... you can get a house in Platinum. In the area. I can't remember the name of it. It's the fucking after you beat the game area. You can get this house. And then various people will visit your house and they'll say cool shit. And I remember getting Cynthia for the first time because I really like Cynthia. And she says, where's my house? Even the region's a secret. And I'm like, what? That blew my fucking mind as a kid.
Blew my goddamn mind.
Let's see, Platinum Team. Milotic, awesome Pokemon. Lucario, of whom... that was back when we still thought Lucario was a legendary.
Yeah.
We thought that for a while. I don't know if you thought that, but I know that with me
totally.
and my friend, we thought Lucario was a legendary.
Oh, totally.
And we were disappointed when he wasn't. Roserade, one of my favorite Pokemon, can have Gastrodon in Diamond and Pearl, which is an okay Pokemon, I guess. I don't know. I've never used one, so I don't have an opinion. I just think that
it's a decent
the pink form looks really fucking stupid. It looks like it crawled out of a sewer. I don't like it. And then in Platinum, she has a Togekiss, which is one of my favorite Pokemon. She has 2 of my favorite Pokemon on her team in the forms of Roserade and Togekiss. Plus, she has her Garchomp. She has Spiritomb, which that was when I first saw Spiritomb, and Spiritomb's fucking terrifying. Let's be honest on that one. When you're 12 and you start your final battle and the first thing that comes out is a fucking Spiritomb, that's not okay. It's not even a little bit okay.
Oh, I think this is where I get my 4th bottle.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's her team. Her team is awesome. She has left the most impression on me, because champion-wise, she does some of the most for the plot. When you compare this to Alder, of whom I will admit also matters to the plot, he matters to the plot because he stopped Pokemon training for other reasons. He feels more like a mentor than a champion.
Right. then N kicks his balls in, and
N becomes a champion, but N doesn't feel like a champion because he feels like...
he's not doing it to be a champion.
Yeah, he's doing it for a specific reason. He doesn't feel like the champion. He feels kind of like a better rival because Bianca and Charon suck.
They're not really rivals, though.
They're supposed to be your rivals for the game, though, but they don't feel like it. N feels like your rival.
He does. The other two feel like supporting characters.
Yeah, like Tierno and the other guy. And the other one in X and Y. X and Y has no memorable characters.
Your rival's memorable just because it's fun to go with him/her through the last portion of the game, beating the shit out of everyone.
Your rival's memorable, AZ's memorable, Lysandra's memorable, if only because he's on screen so often physically.
Yeah, he's forced to be memorable. He's
a
pretty shitty villain otherwise.
Yeah. Like, they force him to be memorable because you're forced to talk to him so many goddamn times.
And
it's obvious he's the villain from the fucking get-go.
Yeah, it wouldn't be so bad except for, like, that glaring problem.
And he's not... it's like a fucking reveal when he's the villain. And it's like, really? Really? His hair's the fucking color as their uniform. And he opens. The first thing you hear him talk about is how much the world has been tarnished. That's how it is. Clearly he's not a good person.
Clearly he's like Team Galactic, only worse.
Because he, instead of doing Team Galactic's thing and trying to start a new universe, he just decides to nuke everyone. Which, you know, effective, I suppose.
Oh yeah, the door's sentient.
What?
The door's sentient.
So you present the
Yep.
deed and you're like, hey, guess what I bought?
I didn't buy it.
You bought it for joy pendants. That's still trading goods and services.
Right.
You still bought it.
Master,
Please be gentle with this door. Forget Chair-kun, it's Door-kun. Oh, and he... Also, do you know what Chair-kun is?
No.
It's the nickname for, the protagonist of Persona 5.
There it is. There's another one that has the, wraparound multiple times. Grappling hook.
Yeah. But it feels more like because you pulled a switch, not because you...
Yep.
Why? Why the hammer? Feels excessive.
Because I will need it.
Motherfucker stealing our cash.
And I just pulled it out because reasons.
See, I know him. We're friends. I know how he thinks.
That's terrifying. Oh, I'm getting hugged now. At least your hair is clean. With your fantastic hair gel.
Yeah, I got new hair gel. It's awesome. Keeps my hair straight. Because my hair goes fucking everywhere if I don't use this shit. And it annoys me. But, like, until recently, I hadn't found anything that really kept it down. Because, like, before I kept my hair down by having it full of hair dye.
It was...
so my hair was long and heavy. So it would go down.
It was like an adolescent teenager. It was hard to keep his hair down.
I just... That's what I get for being Métis. Like, it's Métis hair. Look at pictures of him and I see people with the same fucking hairstyle as me. It's like, well, there's a racial trait. But it sucks and I don't like it. It's a bad racial trait. You can't even flip downstairs, right?
I'm trying. Leave me alone.
Johnny goes up the stairs, Johnny goes down the stairs, Johnny goes up the stairs, Johnny goes down the stairs.
There we go.
Bonus points for knowing what that's from. Although I changed the name because I couldn't remember the actual name in it.
Were you going for pause balls?
No. Lost.
Oh.
There's a part in which, like, one of the characters, John Locke, is hallucinating. So he sees one of his friends saying, someone goes up the stairs, someone goes down the stairs. Over and over while being covered in blood next to a crashed plane.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And so he asked him who it was, and it turns out it was their nanny. And it was because he constantly kept ordering them around, and so they'd go up the stairs and then they'd go down the stairs. So that's where the name came from. Oh my god! Helix fossils! We're gonna be so fossil rich. Is it just me, or are fossil Pokemon inherently cooler?
They are.
They just feel cooler than any other Pokemon just by virtue of being a fossil Pokemon.
You know what I don't understand? Why can't we take the skull off Cubone's head and then revive it?
I don't know why.
They make it, like, does that happen to all Cubones? Do all their mothers die horrible deaths and they have to wear their heads?
Or were Pokemon are designed as a single idea that is then made into a species and aren't really designed species first?
Yeah.
That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm pretty sure that's the answer. They design a Pokemon and and then it's a species.
Right. Now, where's the skull of its mother? Okay. Does that mean...
I just bred this Cubone.
I'm gonna just disintegrate into nothing but the top part of a skull.
Yeah.
You know what I found in this chest?
The next episode.
God damn it.